I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
I think it's time to blow this thing. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Guys, welcome back to yet another video, and as always I am reminding you to consider subscribing to the channel. Subscribing really helps us out. Liking the video also helps us out a great deal, so don't forget to do either of those. I would really appreciate it. Now, in today's video we are looking at another exotic SMG, and this one's always been a bit of a favorite of mine. That would be the Tarrabah. This was the Crown of Sorrow raid exotic exclusive weapon way back in the day in Season of Opulence. Season of Opulence, man. Those are some good times back in the day in Season of Opulence. I ran that raid like 10-11 times until I got this weapon, and I wasn't disappointed when I got my hands on it. It's a fantastically cool gun. It is one of the better exotics in the game in my opinion. That being said, I do feel like it could have been given a buff or two by now by Bungie, as in some specific buffs to the weapon, but it has obviously benefited from those changes to recoil and on-screen recoil that Bungie did this season. You see the perk there, Ravenous Beast. This weapon stores power when dealing or receiving damage. Long press unleashes the beast, and Bottomless Appetite extends the duration of Ravenous Beast by doing continuous damage. So if you guys don't know what this weapon does, as you take damage and give damage to other players, those lights on the side of the weapon that you can see there start to fill up. When it's full, you hold reload and you unleash the beast, and as you can see, it absolutely decimates players when it has the perk active. Now, what is the main benefit of the changes that they made to SMGs? Well, basically, it's Ravenous Beast in my opinion. Ravenous Beast before this change, well, let's just put it this way, there's a lot of recoil to manage whilst you're doing insane damage. So not the worst thing in the world to have a lot of recoil, but it could make it a little bit difficult to take advantage of the perk when your gun's just shaking all over the screen. Now you don't have that issue, so when you proc Ravenous Beast, you are going to take full advantage of the damage that you're going to get. It is very nasty. Now there are obviously some limitations to it, like the gun doesn't have infinite range. So you saw there I had the perk, but I had to just chill and get that one kill on that guy in front of me and just leave it at that. But yeah, the gun, it ramps up to, I feel like, beyond 900 RPM, and having an increase of damage compared to 900 RPMs, it's just pretty insane really when you stack everything up. Of course, I was playing Ward of Dawn, so you can see this Revenant Scrub Lord getting absolutely hammered, because that's what you deserve if you run Revenant in quick play. I'm sorry. We've got a Warlock here, Disney Princess coming in with his little wand, but I think we suppressed him and he just ran off, so that was nice. But yeah, you really want to main this weapon because you can see the lights building up. The damage and the receiving and taking damage and stowing doesn't actually help you. If you stow the weapon, you lose the perk, and that's not cool. That is something I wish they would change. If you take the weapon away, you shouldn't lose all of that stowed or stored damage. Sorry, I'm getting stowed and stored confused here. I don't know. My brain's a bit of a pickle at the moment. What can I say? But yeah, if the weapon could keep the damage when you put the gun away, it would just become elevated to being absolutely insane. Speaking of insane though, this is Ward of Dawn, Weapons of Light, and Ravenous Beast, hitting people for 45 to the head. This is absolutely mental, man. Like 1000 RPM with a 45 bullet per head. Someone do the TTK maths for me. Anyone got me there? Can anyone help me? 45 to the head, 900 RPM. What TTK are we looking at? I don't know what it is, but dude, you look at someone with the perk and Weapons of Light stacked up together and they are absolutely, they're just screwed. There's no other way to put it. They are just screwed, man. If you see someone in a bubble with this SMG and it's all lit up, it's time to run away. That's all I'm going to say. It is time to run away. But that's the funny thing. This weapon is so rarely seen in the Crucible that I feel like nobody knows what the hell it is, and no one gives a damn about Tarrabah. There's no respect for the Tarrabah out in the Crucible, but that's fine. I can take advantage of that. I was running Peacekeepers with Ward of Dawn here as well, so we had some decent mobility on our Titan. Peacekeepers really do elevate any SMG to just feeling 10 times better. I can't explain it to you, but they give you so many benefits: increased movement, increased handling, increase in FOV as well for some reason. And yeah, it just felt good actually. Rocking Peacekeepers on Ward of Dawn actually felt pretty solid. You know, going from playing Behemoth to Ward of Dawn without any movement exotic is really tough. When you go from Behemoth being able to slide around and move around so quickly to going to Ward of Dawn, you just feel like you're going nowhere. But Peacekeepers really did help with that though, in terms of making me feel like I was moving pretty fast. And they just complement the Tarrabah really well. One-Eyed Mask though is obviously a very obvious pairing with the Tarrabah as well. It's all about taking and receiving damage. Giving and receiving damage, and obviously when you receive damage from One-Eyed Mask and then you get a kill, you get an overshield. So there's obvious synergy there, but I can't help but want to use Peacekeepers whenever I use an SMG, just because of how good Peacekeepers make SMGs feel. You can see with Ravenous Beast, there's no recoil. Previously, without this change that Bungie made, there would be an absolute metric ton of recoil. That being said, it does so much damage that it didn't really matter, but still, man, it's just feeling nice. It's really satisfying to just melt people with this SMG when they're just spamming stasis and shotguns in quick play. It really is a satisfying thing to outplay them with a gun like this. But even without Ravenous Beast, just this gun by default has always felt really good to me. Huckleberry and Tarrabah are just really, really good guns. Obviously, I did a video covering Huckleberry after the changes last week, so if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But yeah, if you're not a big SMG guy, really, I do urge you to try out the Huckleberry and the Tarrabah and see what you think. They are some really cool guns, man. There are some cool exotic weapons in this game that are not just gimmicks. These guns are actually good weapons, man. Tarrabah, obviously, I mentioned earlier, you don't keep the perk or the damage progress when you stow the gun, so that really, really discourages you from pairing it with other guns. You can, but honestly, I was using Peacekeeper's Tarrabah, and I also had the Season of the Chosen SMG. I can't remember what it's called right now. And I never used that SMG for 1 second because you don't want to put this gun away. The whole point is keeping the weapon out to fill up those lights and get Ravenous Beast. You can see here I'm just peeking, taking a little bit of damage, letting the perk build. That's another thing I would change about the weapon though. I would increase the progress of the perk based on how much damage you're taking. So like right now, you can take an absolute ton of damage and almost die, and it will barely do anything to the gun's progress on the perk. I really wish damage was more consequential to building up the damage perk. Obviously, if you get like 2 kills and you take a little bit of damage from both those players that you killed, you will get the perk ready to go. I just wish that, you know, taking damage was more significant in the build up. If they did that and they made the weapon keep its damage progress, the progress on the perk, man, I don't know why I can't I can't string this sentence together, but when you stow the gun away, I want the lights to basically stay at wherever they're at, if that makes any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I haven't had my coffee this morning. But you guys know what I'm trying to say, right? You put the gun away and you don't lose progress on the perk. That is what I want. That, and for you to have more perk build up from taking damage. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I'm stumbling over my words today. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure what it is. I think stasis has given me some brain freeze, guys. But I hope you understand what I was trying to say. And yeah, we're basically coming to the end. This is the last clip I have to show you guys. A lot of uptime for Ravenous Beast. Weapons of Light as well. Peacekeepers. Really, really fun way to play the game. I had a ton of fun yesterday. I was playing live on Twitch with my viewers. Twitch.tv/Shake, by the way. If you haven't come by to the stream, do come down. We haven't been playing much Trials this weekend because Trials has been a dumpster fire. I might go back in today. We shall see. Hope to see you in the stream. If you made it all this way to the end and you still haven't hit like and subscribe, please consider doing so. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.